Welcome to GIODN, the world's fastest growing global OD network, helping professionals to learn, network, and advance in the field of OD to make a global impact.
A little bit about when we start thinking about talent management, one of the things we like to look at is the employee life cycle. And when we think about the employee life cycle, we think about, well, one of the things that I don't have in the middle there, and that's really critical, that would be the organization strategy, right? So that whole business strategy, regardless of what industry you're in, you've got to have that circles everything that we do in talent management. Then we talk about, well, what does it really take? What are some of the first things that we need to have with talent management as one of our components? We've got a plan. So we've got to put together a strategic workforce plan that isn't just, a short-term approach, but rather does a deep dive into thinking about what are the critical jobs in the organization? How do we get those? How do we develop those people? How do we acquire those people? What are some of the factors that are impacting our organization and our critical jobs? And how do we put those things into place that are going to help us to ensure that we've got a pipeline, we've got people that are in the organization that will be able to fill those jobs. And that's going to, and once we do that, then we can start acquiring our talent. What we find is many organizations don't do that. They jump right into, okay, here's a requisition and you've got to fill that, ASAP. And we haven't really thought, and leaders and managers haven't thought about the fact that we need to do that plan. As we start looking at all of the elements, the ones I'm going to talk about today are definitely onboarding. Then when we think about orientation and onboarding, and unfortunately, many organizations have just substituted the word onboarding for orientation, and they're doing the same old. And then again, when I'm talking to my students, I'm saying, no, that's not onboarding, that's orientation. And you need to kick up your onboarding, and that needs to be something that can be anywhere from 3 months to a year. Then we talk about making sure that we're clear on the competency. So we're going to go out, we're going to assess people in the